All right, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. Appreciate it again. All right, so we are going to keep this straightforward. And like I said, by the way, the Angry Prepper live stream was demonetized because there's only so many, fucks you can say before they're like, all right, enough. Get this uppity Negro off here. So, whatever. It's fine. Like I said, I'm allowed a certain amount of, before it starts affecting my shit. Yes, but likely. All right. Okay, so let's get it started. We are going to keep this fairly short tonight because I want to get home. Doing a whole, both hour long. I'll do an hour long unless I absolutely, not have to, but, warrants it. So anyway, let's start out with the new shit show, Carhartt. I don't understand why a company, and I'm releasing a video tomorrow about Carhartt on this channel, The Angry Truth. But I don't understand why what I thought was a conservative company turn around and pull this shit on their employees. I mean, I really don't get what the hell they were thinking. So, anyway, for those that might not know, the supposed conservative company, or at least I thought was, pulled an authoritarian move by mandating their employees to get the shot, right? And I think there's testing involved in there somewhere, though I didn't read that, but I thought I heard someone say that. Nonetheless, guys, the Biden mandate was crushed, shot down, knocked, grinded into the dirt. And Carhartt released a statement, and I'm paraphrasing, saying something along the lines of, even though the mandate was blocked, we're still going to go through with our mandate for our employees. Something to that effect. And, of course, now, they alienated their largely conservative-based customers. So who the fuck else is going to buy this shit? Who else is going to buy Carhartt at this point? I was going to buy Carhartt. I like their gear. Their gear is pretty cool. It's fucking, it's heavy duty. It's hard-working shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy it. And right before I was going to buy the shit, which was I was going to go out tomorrow, Saturday, and buy some shit. Now I'm not. No whining. Yes, I saw that. I saw Bear Independent ripped off his patch. He should have burned it. That would have been a cool one. I don't have anything Carhartt, but if wait, I do. I have a roll, but it's not the same thing. But yeah, I should rip the patch off of that and then burn it as well. And hashtag, go fuck yourself or some shit. But anyway. So, guys, after the Biden mandate was blocked, Biden still went on the air and made his plea to the companies to follow through. And I think this is what Carhartt is doing. I think they're following through, right? And so they're believing in the bullshit. Now, Fort Langford, yes. Going woke, I don't know. But going stupid or full retard, yeah, that's going to fucking break your pockets. I just don't understand how they weren't paying attention to what's going on then. They're not paying attention to their customer base, apparently. If they decided to do this, then they weren't looking at their conservative-based customers and saying, whoa, if we do this, they're going to do that. Truth Seeker. So, Duluth Trading Company is really good. I don't know what their stance is, but I wear their pants for camping. It's a fleece lining, and it's like a fire hose outside pants. Like fire hose material. So, it's not cotton, but it's also not, it's not wool. Anyway, that's the pants I wear, and that's what I'm going to be going with from now on. Until they fuck up, of course. Well, unless one of you tell me, yes, they are liberal as well. And liberal, I don't care. But when you start fucking doing shit like, demanding, someone said Walmart too. Well, then we don't shop at Walmart, guys. Billy the Kid Norwood said, yeah, Walmart is demanding their employees take it as well. So, there's going to be a lot less places for us to shop, or we're going to have to be making our own clothing, guys, and selling it to one another. I don't know. But, yes, Duluth pulled a pretty fucking stupid and shitty move. Now, Carhartt's customers are hugely, Carhartt customers are, like I said, conservative base and working people, men, right? Large base of them is working conservative men. Why would they fucking think this is cool? And to boot, now here's a more interesting thing. I thought I was seeing shit, but I wasn't because I saw the commercial twice. Carhartt came out with a commercial where it looked like, I don't know what the fuck it was. I'm not sure if it was a hipster, if it was a chick, if it was a dude pretending to be a chick. I don't know what the fuck it was. But it was a soft-looking fellow on the TV screen wearing Carhartt gear. And they were just sitting there wearing Carhartt gear, like swinging back and forward, swinging their legs on a fucking bench or some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I think the guy had an axe or something over his shoulders, but I'm like, that didn't make any sense. It was a very, very weird commercial. I hope somebody else saw that commercial as well. But they were gearing, guys, their gear towards hipsters and people that would never pick up tools. And they started that campaign probably a few months back. So Jared Hogan said hipsters took over Carhartt. Yes, and they started a campaign to, I guess, gear it towards hipsters. So yeah, guys. I mean, whatever. And listen, I get it. They want to appeal to the younger crowd, but you appeal to the younger crowd by alienating your larger base. That's a stupid thing to do. Now, whether or not Carhartt is going to pull that back, I don't know. I don't see them doing it. I think if they get into the whole hipster-based crowd, they can make their money from that. But I don't know. Now, here's the fucking crazy shit, guys. Starbucks dropped their mandate after the Biden mandate was shot down or blocked. Starbucks, the liberal company of Starbucks in the liberal state of, Washington, reversed their mandate. They said, our employees don't have to get it. With that, Starbucks customers started a hashtag boycott Starbucks, because they're like, oh, now people with COVID can make my coffee. They don't go to fucking Starbucks. And I don't know when the last time anybody drank coffee and started coughing and go, oh, I got COVID for my coffee. Never. But this is liberals crying out, lashing out, being fucking babies. But here's the difference between the two. Because I know people are like, well, we're boycotting Carhartt and they're boycotting Starbucks. There's a difference. Starbucks is celebrating freedom and freedom of choice. Carhartt is taking that decision away and celebrating authoritarianism by forcing you to take some shit or you lose your job. That's the fucking difference. When you celebrate freedom, we're all for that. When you celebrate fucking Hitlerist kind of rules and regimes, we're not for that. So that being said, you have to give the liberal company of Starbucks some fucking kudos for what they did. They reversed their own fucking mandate. And it was another company that I can't remember for the life of me, another liberal company, reversed their mandate. Hey, Rage in the Cage. Sorry I did not call you back last night. My fault. Got busy with, and believe it or not, I got busy with pension paperwork that I got fucked up last night. Weird. I'll explain it to you when I call you. I'll call you tomorrow. But I'll call you tomorrow and explain to you the fucking shit show that I've been going through with my pension and my pension paperwork. It's been fucking insane. Hey, Dusty Dad is in here. Thank you for joining us tonight, man. I did see you in the Angry Prepper channel too as well. Thank you for joining me tonight. Billy the Kid. I'm going to get to that Boris Johnson UK dropping everything. I'm like, holy shit. I'm going to tell you right now, guys. Boris Johnson, I'll get into that in a little bit. But let me finish up this fucking Starbucks thing. Guys, Starbucks now is getting boycotted, right? Because of this decision. So, Jan Prepper said Starbucks is our only vice. I hear you. We have Starbucks coffee, but I French press my coffee. I know that's gay and kind of hipsterish, but I French press my coffee because it's the best way to drink coffee. And yeah, you know, I mean, I never had a problem with Starbucks except for one time, and this was just one store. This is back in 2001 during the Trade Center collapse. People were running in there asking for water, and they were charging people for water when the towers fell and people were dying of thirst. So they had all that shit in their mouth, the dust. Tell you, that dust hit your mouth, it dried your mouth right the fuck up. So people were thirsty while they were there. But that was the one store in fucking downtown New York somewhere. Brent, exactly. That's the other thing too. Starbucks recognized it. Starbucks is like, yo, we got a lot of stores. If we have even 10% of our employees leave, we're fucked. Right? So they thought it out. They did it for logistical reasons. That's why they did it. They didn't do it because they care whether or not you get the shot. They don't. They did it for logistical reasons. They wanted to fucking save their business, because if they didn't, they're fucked. Right? If 10% left, guys, you would have a store in Oshkosh, B'gosh somewhere fucking not opening that morning, right? Where you might have another store that'll have all the employees show up. You know, so I don't know. Most people are Starbucks. Folgers Instant. If you're still drinking Folgers Instant, you have to be 65 years old or older. I don't know anybody that drinks Folgers anymore except for old people. Sorry about that. But yeah, Starbucks is a shit. But there's a lot of coffee out there now, guys, that's just really good. There's a coffee I got from upstate New York. It's Ethiopian coffee. It is by far the best coffee I've had in a long fucking time. I thought Tim Hortons was good. This shit is really fucking good. Stray said, I went to Starbucks today. They didn't have any coffee brewed. That's strange. Prisoners drink it in Cali. Really? No. Really, Jack? That's weird. All right, so moving right along, guys. We're going to talk about the UK. I'm 63, Ultra Instant Decaf See? Again, Mills, 63. Folgers Instant Decaf at night. I told you guys, old people shit. Old people love their Folgers. They remember that coffee commercial with the crystals in the coffee, with the Folgers, right? Was Folgers the one with the crystal in it? Whatever. Or the perceived crystals, the way it was shined or some shit like that. Have you packed when you're in the middle of nowhere? I guess. Hey, we like Folgers and Colombian pods. Maxwell House, another old man drink. Maxwell House? I haven't heard that in a long time. Maxwell House and Folgers, Jesus Christ. It must be senior citizen night on fucking the Angry Prepper show. Holy shit. French presses are better because they don't use paper filters. Yes, Martino. French presses are better. So, listen, let me get to this before I fucking lose track again. So anyway, the UK is dropping all their restrictions and mandates. The UK announced, I think next Monday coming up, that they will drop all their mandates, including social distancing, mask wearing in public, and their ever-loving digital passport. So, they're going to be passing that off. Mask mandates will be dropped as well, like I said, and other restrictions, including the passport. Social distancing won't have to be done, and that's it. Now, other countries like Ireland, Norway, they're relaxing some of their restrictions, but I don't know how much. I know Ireland, they're relaxing some restrictions, but you still have to wear a mask when you go to the clubs, right? Or eat out, for that matter. But they're relaxing some of their work at home shit. Now, England's restriction, one restriction that is staying in place is the self-isolation for at least 5 days if you come down with COVID. That's one mandate, rather, that they're leaving in place, which is fine, I guess. I don't know. But here's the other thing. Lady kicks. Yeah, I'm gonna get to why I think there's something up with that. I'm gonna get to that in a little bit. So, unused restriction. All right, sorry, I'm trying to read what I wrote. So here's the other kicker, guys. As from February 2nd, hospitals will no longer be required to report COVID-19 deaths directly to the federal government here in the United States. So even in the United States, we are starting to break, which is a good thing. Again, if that ulterior motive or if that other thing I'm thinking about doesn't happen, and I'll get to that in a little bit. 8 o'clock coffee is still the best. Fort Langford, I never had 8 o'clock coffee. Boosters and testing also going in the UK. Bernard, I guess so. I didn't read that they were stopping that, but that would make sense. Right, so guys, why is the U.S. government all of a sudden giving up on reporting the pandemic deaths? Right? So maybe that must be a human mail. No more money given to the hospitals. Because remember, they reported them. Supposedly they reported the deaths. They were getting money. Supposedly. All right. So with that, they don't want them reporting it anymore. The UK threw their hands up. Israel's throwing their hands up, and the United States is starting to slow down a little bit. Now, why the sudden change in heart? We don't know. We don't know what the outcome's going to be for another couple of weeks. My feeling is, two things. They're realizing that we're going to have to live with this, or they're going to try to con us with something else down the line, and they don't want to overload us with the bullshit to the point where we start fighting them back, which has already happened. Sorry to say. But I think they don't want to overload most of the nation, so they're pulling back on a lot of restrictions because come, like, let's say 8-9 months from now, they release something else or something else crazy happens. So, I think we are headed towards something weird, but I hope not. I really hope we wait and see where this goes. Like I said, could something else be headed this way? We don't know. But the overloading thing sort of makes sense. Like I said, they don't want to overload. They don't want us to start protesting. Maybe they're like, well, if we release X, Y, and Z later, that'll get their attention, and then they'll easily conform. Here's the other thing I was thinking about, and this is for the UK more than it is for us. Are they stopping these restrictions to see who's still going to follow them 3, 4, 5 months down the line? Because if they look at it and go, well, it's 5 months later, and X, Y, and Z number of people in this country are still social distancing, wearing their mask, and self-testing because they're still ordering them. If this amount of people, percentage, is still doing this, that means for the next one, we can get a higher percentage. If these people are still being controlled without us controlling them, then we are winning. This could have been on a test run. This could have been some shit that they were like, let's see how far and how many people we can get involved. And that's what they did. They got a lot of these people involved. Controlled them with the bullshit. That's my personal thing. Frank B's, what's happening in November? Yeah, and the truth, I wonder, the fucking cyber attacks just fell off, stopped all of a sudden. We didn't hear a fucking peep out of them. It was like no cyber attacks. I'm like, that's strange. And I was just thinking about that the other day. And then they started coming down off the COVID bullshit. Haley, yeah, the next pandemic, guys, it's going to be bad. Because I don't think it's going to be fake. I think it's going to be real. And I think when they release this one, it might be real to the point where the mortality rate's going to be a lot higher. I don't think it's going to be as transmittable, but it's going to be higher. That's my personal opinion. Human Mail says Ukraine is experiencing massive cyber attacks. Jack Diddle, you're right. Starvation could be right around the corner. We don't know. But I think, like I said, I think a real plague is around the corner. Arkansas Living says, I think they've been testing the public for a long time. I think so too, and I think that this one was like their way to see how much they can control and who they can control. And they probably did this to identify assholes like us. These people, they don't follow the rules. We're going to get them down the line. Or let's see how we can convince these people with the next whatever the fuck they release. Anita Cole. Right, so the Olympics, guys. I'm going to talk about that real quick before we go off the air. Nobody's going to watch these Olympics. I used to watch the Olympics. I used to be like, oh man, the Olympics are coming on. I can't wait to watch it. Because I'm in awe with athletes who do the shit they do on the Olympics. You know, just the fact that they train every day, all day, damn near 6 to 7 days a week. They fucking get their body in shape. Then they end up to be the top athlete, winning gold medals, bronze, or silver. But being that this Olympic is held in China, fuck this election. Not election, Olympics. Sorry. The elections is in November. All right, so I'll worry about those elections in November, Frank B's. The Olympics, no one's going to watch it. Not no one, but they're not going to have the views they used to have. Yeah, but I'm not watching the Olympics this year. And again, just because it's in China, I'm not watching it. Right? People want to talk about boycotting. You could boycott China in so many different ways. Right now, that's the way to boycott it. Here's the other thing, guys, we need to keep two eyes on, by the way. Two things you need to watch. Boris Johnson dying of a heart attack all of a sudden. I think that if Boris Johnson is going against the grain, if Boris Johnson realized something and go, fuck this, we're not going to keep these people doing this shit for X amount of time. If Boris Johnson dies of a heart attack in the next 3 months, and then they implement this shit, then we're on the right track to what's coming next. The other thing to watch was, God, I forgot. Boris Johnson dying. Oh, and the hemorrhagic fever that they are fighting in China, making its way into one of the athletes and then bringing it back to wherever home country they're in. So, being that China's been fighting with this hemorrhagic fever, Marsburg, if I'm not mistaken, for the last 2 years, or a year and a half rather, I think an athlete's going to be infected and bring it back home, and that's how they start the next pandemic. Could be. Could be. And I'm saying could. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying it could happen. So, with that, guys, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up while we are at it. We are at 841 viewers. 265 thumbs up or thumbs down. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever makes you happy. I don't care. I'm in one of those moods tonight. So, remember, Boris Johnson was in a hospital bed in the 2012 opening Olympics ceremony. Johnny, we will remember that. But, these are conspiracy theories I'm talking about. This is not facts. Don't be like, well, the Angry Prepper said. No. I'm just saying these are two things we need to keep our eye on. Boris Johnson dying of a heart attack all of a sudden, and fucking Marsburg jumping its way or making its way to one of the athletes and making its way back to whatever home country they're from. Those are the two things we need to watch. Other than that, guys, tonight is going to be a short-ass night. We're going to end this in about 1 minute. So, my live streams, by the way, guys, I was going to try to keep them set, but I'm not. I'm going to keep them, get you guys guessing between any day of the week. The only thing that's set in stone, not set in stone, but the only thing that's set is the Wednesday midweek morning reports. That's it. That's every Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. But my other live streams, they'll be Monday night, Tuesday night, Thursday, Friday night, right? I won't do them Wednesday night because I already have the midweek morning report. But other than that, guys, it's what it is. I'm trying to be mindful of, like, Prepper Nurse 1 and not invading his time slot. But and I'm gonna do my best. That's why I've been holding them Tuesdays. But some days, Mondays work better because I have shit to do Tuesdays. So I move it around, and I already apologized to him ahead of time. I apologize to him numerous times if I have to move it around and it jumps in on his days. But I don't want to, but sometimes I might have to. All right, guys. So other than that, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel. Thank you for modding, guys. Thank you for doing what you do. Guys, thank you for following me over here on a Friday night. I did appreciate it. And other than that, guys, thank you for watching.